Ms. Grinnemeyer, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can.
You have the locate, oh, here comes the Attorney General. We're just looking for the Secretary of State. Any ideas?
No.
Yeah.
He hasn't called in yet.
Do you have a beat on Cisco? Sure. I don't have my phone. So. Well, there's a guy.
But is Cisco gonna be on the phone?
Yes.
What's up? Okay, well, thank you. You know my wife. Well, more, I don't trust myself. How you doing?
Cisco, are you on the phone yet?
It's gonna hit him up, looks like.
We have we're trying to get a hold of him now, Tiffany.
Not bad, and yourself?
Good before.
Yeah. Just went over to my mother-in-law's for food and stuff, and then went home and watched fireworks in the bathroom. I mean, any of the professional shows, you can't see much, but we have an okay view of just the valley. And people set them off from backyards a lot.
That's good.
Good. All right, we're gonna kick it off. If he makes it, you can just let us know and we'll reset the roll. We have two members here. So let me call to order the State of Nevada Board of Examiners meeting scheduled for today, June 10th, 2025, and the time being 10:04 a.m. And we will start with the roll call. Ms. Grandemeyer,
Governor Lombardo,
present.
Attorney General Ford,
Here he comes.
Here.
Secretary Aguilar. Let the record reflect we have a quorum.
Hold on, Tiffany. Somebody just popped on. Secretary Aguilar, is that you? No. Okay, go forward.
I'm here. Sorry, I couldn't find the button fast enough.
Go ahead and start the roll call again. Ms. Grandemeyer,
Governor Lombardo,
present.
Attorney General Ford,
Here.
Secretary Aguilar.
Here.
Let the record reflect we have a quorum.
All All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 2, the first opportunity for public comment. First public comment period is limited to comments on items on the agenda. No action may be taken upon a matter raised under this public comment period unless the matter itself has been specifically included on the agenda as an action item. We will impose a 3-minute time limit. Public comment may be provided in person or via telephone. To provide public comment on agenda item via telephone, that number being 775-321-6111. When prompted, please provide the meeting ID as 215-871-856#. Do we have any public comment there in Carson City?
No, sir.
Do we have any public comment here in Las Vegas? We see anybody on the phone?
No, sir.
Okay, we can close the first opportunity for public comment. Move to agenda item number 3. And approval of the June 10th, 2025 meeting minutes for possible action. Do we have any questions or concerns on the meeting minutes? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Move for approval.
Motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Move on to agenda item number 4, authorization for an emergency contract with a current and or former state employee for possible action. Ms. Grandmeyer.
This request is from the Department of Education pursuant to NRS 333.705 subsection 4. The department seeks a favorable recommendation regarding its determination to use the emergency provision to contract with the former employee Anne Marie Dixon to assist with fiscal and legislative activities through a statewide contract with Manpower. Are there any questions on this item?
Any questions?
None here. Move approval.
We have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. We'll move to agenda item number 5, authorization to contract with a current and or former state employee for possible action. Ms. Grandmeyer.
This request is from the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, Nevada Division of Environmental Protection. The department requests to contract with a former employee, Michael Antoine, to assist with program needs and training staff through a statewide contract with Marathon Staffing Group. Are there any questions on this item?
Do you have any questions?
No question.
here.
Motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 6, request for the allocation and disbursement of funds for salary adjustments for possible actions. And we'll take, if we don't have any problems from any board members, we'll take them as a group. Is that fine?
Yes.
You want them as a group or individual, Secretary?
Oh, group is fine. Group is
Okay.
fine. Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Grandmeyer.
There are 13 requests under this agenda item. The 2023 legislature, through Assembly Bill 522, made an appropriation from the General Fund and Highway Fund to the Board of Examiners to meet salary deficiencies that may be created between the appropriated money of the state's respective departments, commissions, and agencies, and the salary requirements for the personnel of those departments, commissions, and agencies. The Board of Examiners, upon recommendation of the Director of the Governor's Finance Office, may allocate and disperse amounts from the appropriate fund to the departments, commission, and agencies of the state for the purpose of paying personnel salary deficiencies. Items A through I request funds for salary increases for a total of $9,370,981. Items J through M request funds for the plan to encourage continuity of service for a total of $32,726. Are there any questions on these items?
Let me get clarification from the DAG. Can we go through A through I and then J through M, or can we do it together?
You can do it all together.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
None here.
No
Move approval.
questions.
Can you clarify the
Yes, sir.
motion, please?
Move for approval for items 6A through M.
We have a motion for approval. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Get squared away here. All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 7, request for approval to pay a tort claim pursuant to NRS 41.036 for possible action. And we have 3 separate items. Can we take them separately, please?
There are 3 requests under this agenda item pursuant to NRS 41.036 from the Attorney General's Office. The first request is for claimant Dana Downs for a settlement amount of $200,000. Are there any questions on this item?
Any questions?
No questions.
You want to provide a
Motion to
motion?
approve.
There you go. We have a motion for approval on item 7A. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 7B, please.
The next request is for claimant Ricky C. Smith for a settlement amount of $150,000. Are there any questions on this one?
Any
No
questions?
Motion to approve 7B.
We have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. 7C, please.
The last request is for claimant Charles Morris for a settlement amount of $938,500. Are there any questions on this one?
Any questions?
None. I would just like to note, though, it's a settlement based on a jury verdict of $1.25 million.
Motion to approve 7C. So, just for the record, Governor Barr, just clarification, you said 1.2,
Yeah,
but the settlement is 938.
that's correct.
Okay.
There was a jury verdict initially of $1.25 million, and we're settling that jury verdict for an amount of $938,500.
So like all the claims are complete?
Randall Gilmer for the record, yes, settled for all the claims. I also settled 2 other cases that the plaintiff had pending as well. So it's about a $311,000 savings, including no attorney's fees over the jury verdict, and it got rid of 2 additional cases in addition.
Oh, awesome. All right, we have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right, motion passes. Thank you for that. We'll move on to agenda item number 8, approval of proposed leases for possible action. Ms. Granameyer.
There are 4 leases under this agenda item for approval by the board. Are there any questions on these items?
Do we have any questions?
No questions. Motion to approve the leases.
All right, we have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes. Bear with me, let me get caught up here. All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 9, approval of proposed contract for possible action. Ms. Granameyer.
There are 43 contracts under this agenda item. Are there any questions on these items?
Do we have any questions on the 43 contracts?
No questions. Motion to approve all 43 contracts.
All right, we have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, the motion passes. We'll move to agenda item number 10, approval of proposed master service agreements for possible action. Ms. Granameyer.
There are 8 master service agreements under this agenda item for approval by the board. Are there any questions?
None here.
No questions.
Have any-
Motion to approve the master services agreements.
Okay. All right, we have a motion for approval. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes. Right, have a note on that one. So I guess just a quick question. I know we already entertained a motion, but who is managing all the Gardner contracts? Are they separated by departments or are they going to be handled by Secretary of State's?
They're handled by each department that contracts with Gartner.
Is that your understanding, Cisco?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 11, informational only item, clerk of the board contracts. Ms. Greenemeyer.
There are 67 contracts within the threshold of 10,000 to 99,999 that were approved by the clerk of the board from May 17th, 2025 through June 10th, 2025. This item is informational. Are there any questions on any of these items?
Do we have any questions?
None
No
here.
question. Thank you.
All right, if there's no questions, we'll move on to agenda item number 12, information item reports. We'll kick it off with the Governor's Finance Office budget statement.
This report is from the Governor's Finance Office Budget Division pursuant to NRS Chapter 353. The division presents a reconciled fund balance report of the following accounts. The approximate balances are as follow. Tort Claim Fund, 2.1 million. Statutory Contingency Account, 7.5 million. Stale Claims Account, 430,000. Emergency Account, 430,000. Disaster Relief Account, 14.5 million. IFC Contingency Unrestricted General Fund, 11.9 million. IFC Contingency Unrestricted Highway Fund, 1.6 million. IFC Contingency Restricted General Fund is 113.8 million. IFC Contingency Restricted Highway Fund is 18.7 million. Extradition Coordinator, Budget Account 1002 is 150,000. And these are as of June 12th.
Do we have any questions or concerns? Item 12.
No questions. Thank you.
Okay, well, if there's no questions, we'll move to the second opportunity to public comments. Go ahead.
If I could, before public comment, I just want to thank, I don't know if I get her name right, is it Akia Sanders? Ms. Sanders, for giving me the information we requested last go around about the grant termination specific to Nevada relative to the federal DOJ. So thanks so much. Whoever, if you're here, thank you. If you're on the screen, thanks so much.
Did that, but your request was outside of the meeting, right? Did she
It was
provide
made
you
during,
everything?
it was made during the meeting and she requested, she gave me information afterwards.
All right, we'll move on to the second opportunity for public comment. Do we have any public comment there in Carson City?
No, sir.
Do we have any public comment here in Las Vegas? All you people came and nobody wants to talk.
It scared me though.
Well, we need to wait 1 more minute for your time limit.
My time?
You said 15 minutes.
Oh, I did.
All right.
You can finish it.
Since we have, I assume we don't have anybody on the phone.
No one on the phone.
Okay, so we'll close the second opportunity for public comment. Make a move for adjournment.
So moved.
Have a motion for adjournment. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right,
All right.
Aye. Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.
thanks. So I'll always get